Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Roush, and welcome back to the Pokemon Speedruns Draft League. This is going to be my Week 11 Team Builder versus the Midwest Mawiles. This is a rematch, me versus King K Theater. First, before we go over his team, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at what my team looks like. So, thanks in part to the efforts of Zygarde 50%, it is now my overall team MVP. So it now has 13 direct kills and 1 passive kill. Tangrowth, Sylveon, Empoleon, Mega Gallade, Crobat, Incineroar, Xurkitree, and Greninja round out my squad. Greninja being a very, very useful set last game, picking up that beautiful spike kill there at the end of the game on Lantern. Having that spikes set was super useful. If you haven't seen the video, I apologize. Go forth and check it out because it was a lot of fun. So, this week we are facing off against the Midwest Mawiles and King K Theater. He's got... his team's okay. His team's pretty good. In fact, both of us are lagging on the standings. I'd say take them for granted. They're not entirely true because we're actually behind a week, King K and I, because of illness. He was sick, and we are doing our match almost a full week late. Can't really stop the flu. I mean, you could try, but get your flu shots, guys. So anyway, his team is mostly unchanged since we last saw it, but he has added some new issues for my team. Especially there at that tier 4 pick in Mudsdale. So Dragonite is Dragonite, offensive as heck, beats most Pokemon 1v1 thanks to multi-scale plus Z-Crystal. Offenses are insane, Dragon Dance, you name it. Drago is just stupid. Ferrothorn, very bulky, sets up all of the hazards. Florges, very bulky on the special side. Sets up Wishes, Heal Bells, Wish Passes, heals itself, defogs. Pretty dang good. Tentacruel paired with a Ferrothorn is amazing, because between the two of them, they clear all hazards and set all hazards. Besides Sticky Web, but, you know, who needs Sticky Web when you've got mons like Mega Mane and Dragon Dance Dragonite? So, I mean, this team is just, like, it screams threatening. Top to bottom. Mudsdale is actually a very interesting versus my team because it is a electric immunity, which means if I want to run something like Xurkitree, I'd have to run either grass coverage or ice coverage to hit it. But on the physical side, it's bulky enough that it's one of the mons that can really put a damper on my Gallade kind of sweep. Because, I mean, I could carry Ice Punch coverage because it also hits the Mandibuzz. But, I mean, with the stamina boost, Mudsdale can tank a hit, if not two, unless I'm set up really deep. Haunter is there, potential revenge killing type option, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, very especially offensive kind of mon. Very interesting for a tier 5 pick. It actually has been doing pretty okay compared to the rest of T5s in this league. So that's Haunter. Mega Manectric is, of course, Mega Manectric. Mainly, it's a pivot, it intimidates, it gets the heck out of dodge, it exists. Terrakion can set up Stealth Rocks, could be a very early game wall breaker, mid game wall breaker, or a late game sweeper as well to go along with that Dragonite. Either one of them can be used interchangeably for the mid game or late game, but Terrakion is incredibly powerful as well. Swords Dance, Rock Polish kind of moves. Beautiful type coverage. It gets Poison, it gets Ground, of course. It gets Steel with Iron Head. It gets Bug with X-Scissor. I mean, Terrakion is physically offensive. It's not lying about what it does, but just it can be borderline threatening. Entei. He's probably going to be running a Choice Band Entei, because Choice Band Entei is a Choice Band Entei. 120 base power Flare Blitz, 100 base power with 50% chance to burn Sacred Fires, Stomping Tantrum, Stone Edge, Extreme Speed, potentially Hidden Power, Ice if he so wanted to hit Zygarde for that really weirdly. It exists. Entei has the move set to be able to do those kinds of things. He could potentially run even like a natural gift kind of set, because I taught him how to do that. Mandiboy is very, very, very bulky. Roosts, defogs, foul plays. Kinda works as a Mega Gallade kind of counter-ish thing, because foul play will kill me regardless of whether or not I'm set up. Gallade is just too offensive for its own darn good. So Mandibuzz exists. And then Vikavolt. I don't expect him to bring Vikavolt. He doesn't like Vikavolt. He's used it a couple times, or tried to at least. And the one time that he did use it, it would have gotten a sweep off, but just the fact that, you know, agility on 43 base speed is not faster than a Scarf Mew, unfortunately. Otherwise, Vikavolt can be low tier threatening just because that 145 special attack is nothing to scoff at. So now that we've taken a look at King K's team, let's go ahead and move on over to the mons that I am bringing, and I am starting out with, excuse me, please pull up. We're going to bring Shuckle. So Buckle This is being brought this week. Toxic, Infestation, Sticky Web, and Rest. This here is mainly to tank a hit from a like a Dragonite type thing or an Entei type thing. Infest, Toxic, Sticky Web up, and then Rest, Rinse, Repeat, etc. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Just kind of stall, get chip damage, maybe kill a threat. But Sticky Web can be very important because I don't know what kind of potential Choice Scarf he's going to have, especially because Choice Scarf Terrakion can be a problem, and I don't want it to be a problem. I'm also going to be bringing Claydol. So this week, Dot Matrix is carrying Ice Beam, Earth Power, just because Ice Beam hits Drago, of course. Earth Power is Stab, hits Entei, hits Terrakion. This is going to be my Stealth Rocker of choice. Honestly, this is my best Stealth Rocker versus King K's team, just because with a Terrakion on the field, the only thing a Terrakion can really do to me is click that X-Scissor move or the Buginium Z. So Claydol can set up rocks versus it and maybe get a hit off as well. I did decide to make it more specially defensive because of which mon was it that I wanted to deal with? I want to say which one was it? Maybe I do want Fizdef. I might switch over to Fizdef. I'm not sure. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. I might switch over to Fizdef because I tank physical hits better. The physical mons better. I don't know. We'll take a look at it. Actually, we'll just do it right now. Because why not? We'll make it Fizdef with a Bold Nature and then flop the rest in there. Boom! Yay! Fizdef Claydol sets up on Terracoin and hits Dragonite for at least a little bit of chip. Break that multi-scale so that the rest of my mons can come in and revenge kill it. Also going to be bringing Incineroar. Lone Star is going to be Assault Vested because Incineroar does not care about Tentacruel, does not care about Haunter. It can possibly care about Manectric, but, you know, just the fact that it has good matchups against most of King K's special attackers is good enough for me. With an Assault Vest, it will be tanking hits a lot better, even hits from a Vikavolt, kills with Fire Punch, U-turns out against unfavorable matchups, Fire Punch is potentially against a Ferrothorn as well. I don't want to be up against a Ferrothorn with this mon, but on the if need be, Incineroar can tank a hit. Unfortunately, Sylveon is not being brought this week. I felt like the Pokemon slot that Sylveon would occupy was better off with a more offensive type mon, so I am going with a more offensive type team build this week. But Incineroar just fit the bill so much better. Darkest Lariat, of course, because of that aforementioned Haunter. Earthquake is there. Again, I said for Mega Main. Also, Terrakion on the Switch if I so think that it exists. Can't hit Drago for crap, so that's why U-turns there. And I am slower, unfortunately, but there's that. So right now, I still have a Florius problem, and I probably will have a Florius problem. My team does not deal well with bulky fairies. So in order to kind of combat that, I am working on bringing the Xurkitree kind of set. So Psychium Z Hypnosis puts a thing to sleep, and I get my speed boost. And from there, I proceed to Tail Glow, and hopefully get a sweep off. This thing, I had to run Hidden Power Fire, because Ferrothorn as a potential switch-in type of mon, because normally I wouldn't be able to hit a Ferrothorn. So it does leave me kind of open to a Mudsdale kind of Pokemon, but I feel like just the set being the way it is, I feel like Xurkitree can put in work. Another late game option, I'm doing Double Dance Zygarde, and this set is oddly specific. As long as I am at, as long as my attack boost and my defense boost are even, I will have my substitute tank foul plays from Buzzard, that is Mandibuzz. But the moment that something faster than me comes in, like a Mega Mane, like a Terrakion, I do need to hit the Dragon Dance button. So that's why it's there. This will sub up against mons like Ferrothorn, like Mandibuzz, Coil to good numbers, and then the Dragon Dance just to get enough speed to help continue my sweep. 1000 Arrows, of course, is 1000 Arrows. It strikes everything incredibly hard. Mandibuzz is still, or not, well, Mandibuzz can be a problem, but Mudsdale is a low-key threat. If King K manages to Toxic the Zygarde, then the Mudsdale beats me 1v1. So I do need to be very careful about how I use this Zygarde. Make sure that I don't get it statused. So that's why Claydol as a Rapid Spinner is so important. Keep Toxic Spikes off the field. And then for my last cleaner, this is the exact same set that I brought against him in Week 2. This is Dark Helmet, Mega Gallade, Swords Dance, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Psycho Cut. I'm sure you can see it coming. It makes a lot of sense. It's just really powerful against his team. The coverage is great. Do need to get a couple of boosts off and Stealth Rocks in order to initiate a sweep. So kind of, again, it's more of a niche pick, and King K knows what can happen. So I think he'll be guarding against it. So I kind of just need to play my team a little bit carefully. I did reveal a lot of secrets the first time that we battled. So hopefully we can come out with a victory. We'll see what happens. I will see you all later with that match. Roush is out. Peace.